340 to get, once the base is on the top, to get in there, to connect onto there is a bit of a pain for me, to be honest. This was when we did Wales in a day. Here's this fine specimen of a man on a bike. What, my hips were moving.
So your hips are doing the movement instead of your back.
I hobbled round, sort of half bent up with the bottom of my back all sort of arched. Just done half an hour or so on the bench, got up, done the same movements, and straight away Charlie's gone, yeah, I can see it's moving a lot better now. Usually stuck in that position, just give it a little move from side to side.
So I had to get the Unilite Power bank out of the van. PB, they're not a PB made unit, as much as Pete would like a nice Unilite unit.
Right, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday morning, and as I said, we're going to be here getting this job, try and get this job sort of done and dusted, you know, as best we can. There's no water on at the minute, but we'll try and get it done. What do we know? Halfway, 3 days into the detox. Let me just turn Annie Lennox off, bless her. As you might have seen there, bending over, my back is still, I thought it was going away. My back's still dead tight. So I'm booked in tomorrow morning at my mate's clinic tomorrow to get my back sort of looked at. Charlie's going to have a little roll around on that a little bit, as he does. Right, yeah, so what we've got today, what I'm doing today is this unit. Well, not all of today, obviously, but so looks a bit of a mess here because, as you know, they've changed, swapped around everything, this, that and the other. Every week's a different fucking thing. But what we're going to do is come off this saw pipe. Because all this is going to be boxed in, I think they're going to box it pretty high, probably just to the edge of the flush pipe. They're going to box that, so that's going to be boxed in. So what we're going to do is come off here with a waste. We're going to cut it through here, scribe this side of this unit out. Obviously the boxing is going to go up to it, so we can cut out a fair chunk of it. But we'll cut out there, cut out for the waste, run the waste down the back so that it comes up here. Then we can get this unit back to the wall, get it bolted in, get the basin on the top, taps in, etc, etc. So we'll crack on with that. Now what I use is, a few people commented on the channel, this Erbauer stuff is from Screwfix. I think it's Screwfix's own make. I'm just buying a battery. I think it's Screwfix's own make. Now I've got a jigsaw, a multi-tool, a circular, an angle grinder, and for what we use in the plumbing game, what we use those four power tools for, they're bang on. I think you get two batteries, two 18 volt 5 amp batteries, those four multi-tool, angle grinder, jigsaw, circular. I think it was about 220 quid. Yes, they're not in the same league as Milwaukee and DeWalt and this sort of stuff, but how often do we just cut a little bit of the unit out, or cut a bit of a worktop, or, you know, circular saw just to cut a worktop down if we're putting a bathroom in? We're not using them every single day. So for me, I mean, they've been bang on. I've never had a problem with them. A lot of people ask about them, so I get them from Screwfix. I've also got the SDS drill. Now, I originally bought that SDS drill just for the hammer feature on it, for when I'm doing system flushes, power flushes, because you get the agitator that goes on the front that rattles the radiators. I originally bought it for that. However, I've used it a good few times as a standalone drill, and it's bang on, to be fair. It is spot on for a good, powerful, cordless SDS drill. So, you know, if you're in the market for some half decent stuff and don't want to spend a fortune, the Erbauer stuff, you won't go wrong with it, to be honest. Right, let's get some bits in. Let's get this scribed in, marked up, and get it cut out. So we've got the waste pipe in. As I said, yes, I know there's a black 45 there, but it's all going to be boxed in anyway, so you're not going to see it. So we've got the waste pipe in, got the isolation valves on there, and we've cut out the side of the unit. So now we'll literally go bang, back to the wall. So yeah, so it's cut out, I say, a box high level along there. I've got to skim all that in anyway. Box high level along there, and then we've got the isolation valves in here, waste here. So what we'll do now, we'll get the basin on, get the taps made up into the basin, get the basin on, get this bolted back to the wall, and then sink the basin on the top, connect up. Thing is with these units, there's hardly any room. I think, what's that measure? So I struggle to get in there. Yeah, 340 to get, once the basin's on the top, to get in there, to connect onto there is a bit of a pain for me, to be honest. But we'll find a way, we'll get in there somehow. Right, let's get this basin on. Right, that's it, we've got the basin fitted on now, it's secured on the top, managed to get it piped up underneath here, managed to squeeze in, get it connected up, and it's all ready to go now. So we've got the toilet seat on now to match the basin, vanity unit and the bath panel. So yeah, it looks alright once that's patched up behind the back and boxed in. That was good to go. Now we've got the screen to go up, the shower screen here, but if you remember from one of my older videos, this is a 1200 tray and the opening here with the tiles is 1130, I think. So usually you get trays with a bit of give on them, screens with a bit of give on them, but this one, if you can see there, is 1140 to 1200. So the gap we got is 1130, so that screen ain't gonna fit. So I've left it with the builder to get a new screen for in there. This one's done, and apparently the unit for this one, because it's a smaller unit, it's a 500 unit going in here. So apparently the unit for that one is coming out on Monday. So we're literally up to speed with it now. Got a few little bits and bobs to finish off. I think there's a unit in this one as well. Unit in the coat room. Again, 500 units going in there. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what arrives. I think they might come Friday. If they come Friday, bonus, we can crack on with them. Right, it's Thursday morning. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with the lower end of my back. It's just really tight. It feels like someone's just battered the bottom of my back. So a mate of mine, Charles Ward, he's a sports masseuse therapist. So we're going to pop over there now, and he's going to have a look at it for me. He's quite renowned in the sports therapy world. He looked after another mate of mine. If you're into your cycling, you might know this guy. Another mate of mine, James Golding. He is a world record holder for the most, I think it's the most miles travelled in 5 days, I think. I'll double check it and let you know. But yeah, he's worked with him, and he's also worked with famous art. He does throat work as well. He does a lot of work with performing artists, famous singers and stuff like that. The likes of Take That, Gary Barlow, and all them boys, Mark Owen. He basically followed them around on tour before performances and sorting. We sort of call him the throat waggler because that's what he does as well. So anyway, funnily enough, he was with me in the Pyrenees the other week when I went cycling. Anyway, we're going to go over and see Charlie, see if we can sort my back out a little bit and go from there. I've got a few little bits to do this afternoon. I don't want to put too much strain on my back, to be fair, because it's quite painful. So we'll go and sort that out and see what's going on.
Hello.
Hello mate, only me.
Hello, buddy. 2 seconds.
No worries.
Hello, mate.
Here he is. Are you mid working?
No, we're all good. Come on in, bud.
Come on.
Come on through.
So Charlie is the guy who's going to hopefully sort me out, and here we go, just a little sighter for you. This was when we did Wales in a Day. Here's this fine specimen of a man on a bike.
Come on in, dude.
It's where the magic happens.
How you keeping?
I'm alright, well, ish.
Apart from the obvious.
So, just got off the bench. There's Charlie's little torture chamber. So just got off the bench, and when I came in, Charlie made me do these little movements, put my arms across me. So and initially, straight away, what was it you could see? It was
Compensation of your hips.
so you could my hips were moving.
So your hips are doing the movement instead of your back.
Right.
Which
so,
just basically means that everything in your back's locked up tight.
Yeah. So he had me do that, and he could literally instantly, he went, right, I can see what it is. So just done half an hour or so on the bench, got up, done the same movements, and straight away Charlie's gone, yeah, I can see it's moving a lot better now. So he's now emailing me over some stretches and that to do, which I can do at home or even at work in that bloody barn. I'll be doing them. So I'll be doing them in there. But yeah, I feel a lot better in my back just getting up after that little bit. So yeah, it's always good to look after your back, but sod's law. And I was just saying to Charlie, you only sort of come when something's wrong. It's prevention before it gets knackered. He'll tell me off now. I'm going to turn this off, he'll tell me off.
Prevention is better than cure.
Yeah, so they say.
Right, buddy. So I'll get that over to you in the next hour or so, and
Magic.
just try and do little and often throughout the day, but if you can try a minimum of like twice a day, and then just drop me a line in the next few days and just let me know how things are going.
Cool.
Any problems, anything stretch wise that's uncomfortable or causes more pain, let me know, because I'll be able to swap it out for something more appropriate.
So there we go, I've just left Charlie's, and literally walking back to my van is like night and day. I hobbled round, sort of half bent up with the bottom of my back all sort of arched. Charlie's done his bits on it, and I'm walking back now a lot better. So yeah, all good. That's sort of definitely what I needed. But being a mate, I think you've seen my last video. Him and his daughter was sat there watching it, and Edith's gone, why has Mark not rung you about sorting his back out? So Charlie messaged me, and I was like, yeah, sorry mate, I'll swing by and see you. So yeah, feel a lot better now. Right, let's get in the van and get some bits done. So I got a phone call from a customer of mine yesterday that they had a couple of little issues at their house. No urgency, that I can swing round and just take a look. So because I've been and had my back done, and I've got a few other little bits to do today, I thought I'd swing in. So I've literally just swung in, see what's up. They've got a radiator that's not getting warm, and a kitchen tap they need replacing. So I've just shut off, picked the kitchen tap up. We're just on our way back over there now, and we'll get this tap swapped out for them, and we'll take a look at the rad. I think the rad is going to be a sticking pin on the thermostat, but I've got the woman to turn the heating on just while I went and grab these bits. So when I go back, if I pull the pin, we can see if the heat goes straight through. So we'll get back over there now and take a look if we can get through the traffic. Right, so we've got here, this rad is just not getting warm at all. So I've had the heating on, it's cold, rad's completely cold. This side of the valve is open. So we'll have a look at removing this head and checking. I think the pin's just going to be pushed down on it, so we'll have a look.
Cool device then, is it?
There we go. At this point, the customer just wanted me to go through and show them exactly what I've done, just because it's an easy fix for someone to do, to save them calling me out if it's something they can do fairly easy. Oh yeah, you can feel it. As sometimes when you turn it off and you start to turn it on, you can feel there's no sort of resistance underneath it. Whereas now it's perfect. Heat's coming through this end.
It looks like if it happens again, then I could probably do it myself.
Yeah, just whip that out. I say there's no water thing, just literally a pair of grips.
Yeah.
Just pop that, unscrew the little chrome bit.
Yeah.
And then just get a little pair of grips on the end of it.
Yeah, lift that up.
It's usually stuck in that position, so just give it a little move from side to side, and it'll just pop straight back up.
Bingo. Right, these things are often easy if you know how, aren't they?
Well, you're not paying for the time, you're paying for the 30 years of experience.
Yeah.
Same as everything, isn't it?
Yes.
So we've done that job upstairs with radiator, sorted that out. So I've come down to the kitchen. The kitchen tap was playing up, knackered. So we've been out and picked a new one up. So I'm just disconnecting it underneath here. Turned it off on isolation valves, get it disconnected, whip the old tap out, and get the new one in.
Now this is a little trick that not many people know, and I've seen a few people post about it recently. So make the tap up, get the threaded bar on it, pop your washer on and your backing plate and your nut, just like that, but leave it right at the end of the threaded bar. Pop your 2 flexes through the top of the kitchen sink, like this, and then lower it down and just hook that backing plate and washer round in position and just twist it in, and the tap just sits straight in there. It just saves going underneath and trying to fit it where it's dropping out and everything like that. It's all in place now, so all you've got to do is tighten it up and away you go. And there we go, all connected up underneath and working fine for the customer, who's a lot happier now because the tap's working without leaking all over the kitchen sink. There you go, perfect. Just get a bit of air out and away you go.
Yeah, again, back here. But I just wanted to show you how stunning this place is. Look at that. Autumn, all them colours, it's just so cool. Love it. Yeah, right, as you can see, again, at the barn. Today I'm fitting in the bathroom of the furthest away barn for me. I know which one that is. I've got to put a toilet in and get the pipe work in for the toilet, because we've got to chop this pipe work into the wall because it was an error on someone's part in the drawing phase. It weren't drawn right, so I carcassed it differently to how it is now. I carcassed it how the drawings were, but not how it is now. So I'll take you in and just show you exactly where or what we've got to do. Right, so what we've got here is we've got the cistern obviously up there, the same as the one next door. Basin and vanity unit are going to go here, toilet here, but to get the waste of the vanity unit we're going to have to come off here, 45 back and bring it out, and with the flush pipe here, the pan here, as we do next door, we'll then box across the lot and tie around it to get it to suit. But yeah, we'll get that done.
So I've just gone to try and film this bit of me doing the laser level onto the saw pipe, and my bloody GoPro died, so I had to get the Unilite power bank out of the van, plug it in, away we go. So these Unilite power banks are bang on, PB-7800. They're not a PB made unit, as much as Pete would like a nice Unilite unit. And they're bang on charging your phones, your GoPros, whatever you need. But yeah, I needed to film this bit, and my GoPro is dead. Right, so we'll pop the laser level exactly where the flush pipe is, just to work out where the back of the pan's going to go for the pan connector. So we'll offer that into place, get that actually centered up, which is, if I can get it done, which is about there. About there, yeah, about there. And then we can trim that collar down and then pop that on and get that set. Okay.
So that's the toilet in, pan in, bolted down onto the floor, pan connector in there, and then what we'll do, we'll put a bung in here, bung in this side to come off 1.25 inches, flush pipes in, again that wall will be covered, be replastered, and as I said before, boxing over there. So now we'll get the unit in now, ready for the basin. So that's this bathroom done, basins in, units in, toilets in, everything's in, connected up. Let's say they're going to box down the back of there anyway. That's all in, connected up, just needs cleaning out. Again, this is next door, this is the shower screen, this one needs tweaking as well, we're going to have to get a different one for that. And that one's done in there, that one's finished. So yeah, we're sort of getting there with this job now. There's only a few little bits. I've made a list now. We're at the point where we can just make a list, go through and start ticking off things like the utility tap needs connecting, the units have got to come for next door yet. You know, the smaller unit that we've been waiting for, they've got to come. So the unit in the sink, the unit in the basin, sorry, and a different set of taps for them. So they're due, I think, Monday, possibly this afternoon or Monday. But then, as far as I'm concerned, we're getting there. The boiler room in this one is still yet to be done. The boiler room next door is done, but all the plumbing is on 2 lever valves. So once the renewables companies have got their cylinders, tanks, boilers in, filled up, it's just 2 valves then. Once they're ready to go, I can come, open the valves up, test everywhere, check everywhere, and go from there. So yeah, we've probably got a handful of days left here really, which is good because I'm going to drop into this job next week. And get some bits done, get it finished off as much as I can, because in 2 weeks' time we start that bathroom conversion, where sunken bath and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll be glad to get this one tied up really. So as I've been working on this job, and it's just a mud fest, as you can see the van is again just covered in crap. Just does my head in. I like a nice clean van still. Right, anyway, Friday afternoon, I'm just getting ready, just sort of finishing up, clearing up, getting my tools packed away, this, that and the other, and the car pulls up with the 3 basins and small vanity units that we've been waiting for this end barn. I think we've been waiting for them for about 2 months. Just took their time getting here really. I don't know what's been going on, but anyway, I've unpacked them and I shall show you exactly what we've been waiting for. It's not very exciting, but there we go. I've just pushed it into position at the minute, but this is the unit we've been waiting for, the 500, just because the big 600, as per we've been fitting in the others, just wouldn't fit. So for some reason we've been waiting ages for these, but guess what? These ain't the taps for it. Taps haven't arrived. So, sod's fucking law. We've got the basins, we've got the vanity units. Need the Tavistock pillow taps now. He's got next week to get them here, because then after that I'm over at, as I said, that sunken bath job. So he's got to get them here. Right then, thanks to everyone that subscribed to the channel. I did a bit of a push on my last video, just sort of saying to people I'd love to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I started the channel 1st of January this year, so it'd be mega to get 10,000 subscribers by the 1st of January next year, month and a half. So if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, drop me a comment in the box below and hit the like button, and I shall see you all next week.